All right, let's talk about Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders pulling off a huge upset victory over the division-leading Philadelphia Eagles. And listen, I mean, okay, Jalen Hurts got banged up, but to me, the story of this game is how well Jayden Daniels played against one of the best defenses in the league. Despite 5 turnovers, and a couple of them were his, and we'll get into those turnovers, he still was fantastic. So let's talk about all of the great stuff the Commanders were able to do. First, let's start off with this play, which is kind of becoming a calling card of Daniels. A staple of the Commanders' offense is the deep shot. I mean, here you have Dimey Brown going up one-on-one against, it's actually Darius Slay, the corner, who, is a very good corner still at his age, but I think that you wonder if speed can maybe be a way to beat him. Watch as it's a pure one-on-one, essentially, and that's what happens. This is just, at this point, they're kind of neck and neck, but what Daniels is doing is essentially just saying, I think my guy is faster than your guy, and I'm going to trust that that's what happens. And as you see, that is exactly what happened. Also, a beautifully thrown football in there. Instead of having the ball at their own 4, they get it into Philadelphia Eagles territory. So those big plays are definitely one of the key things that the Commanders can do. But it's also smaller stuff. Something like this, where it's a 3rd down and goal right here, and it's going to be a screen pass. Okay, well, simple enough. You have 2 receivers run out and block. You throw it to the guy underneath. Yeah, we know how screen passes work. Why are you even explaining it? Well, you see, when this play begins, watch that player right there. That's Jamison Crowder. Yes, that Jamison Crowder. He's on the Commanders. He's still playing. You see right there, what is he doing? Well, usually he would just be getting ready to block. Of course, you can't block early because you don't want a penalty, but he's actually not blocking at all. This is not a screen pass. Instead, watch him then run over the middle. C.J. Gardner-Johnson completely fooled on the play, and they're able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, that's good stuff there by Cliff Kingsbury, who, hey, people like to say, do his offenses get figured out? Well, not on that one. That was a great play call, and it really worked out well. And then we got to talk about a couple of key 4th downs. So one thing I've really liked from Dan Quinn this season is how aggressive he's been on specific 4th downs. He knows that he has a good offense. He knows what team he has. And a lot of, I think, more old school defensive-minded guys try to stick with, well, we're a defensive team. That's what we want to do. We want to run the ball. We want time of possession. I think it's really a testament to how good of a head coach he is that he recognizes, no, this is an offensive team. Yeah, I'm a defensive guy, but this is an offensive team this year, so that's how we're going to play it. We're going to go for it on 4th down right here. You see the concept designed to roll out towards the bottom of the screen just a little bit. Watch, kind of fakes it though it's a pitch, goes here, and then stops right here, looking down the field. The only issue is, well, nothing's open. So, okay, well, it was a good strategy, but not quite working out this time. What does Daniels do? Well, he's mobile. He can run, right? Well, there's a Philadelphia Eagles player right there, so running's going to be difficult as well. At least that's what you would think. No, Daniel just rushes up. He's able to use his offensive lineman as a pick, runs forward, picks up the 1st down, and they get that conversion and are able to move the sticks. So, yeah, big play on that one. And that was not the only 4th down that he converted with his legs. In fact, that wasn't even the most impressive 4th down that he converted with his legs. We then have to go over here. It's a 4th down and 11 in a similar spot. Again, should you be going for it down, in this situation, 4th and 11? Well, you're down 13 points. And again, I don't know if they trust their defense that much, and they do trust their offense, too. That's the other part of it. The Eagles are in a quarters coverage concept. Daniels doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to scramble up. And again, Philadelphia's ready for this. They know this is a possibility. They are running zone coverage for that reason. If Daniels decides to run, they have players in the area who can run up and make a tackle. Here's the issue. They have to make the tackle, and watch what Daniels does. Watch how he just sidesteps them, keeps going forward, and jukes them out, breaks another tackle, and just keeps going. Again, maybe they thought he was going to slide, but it's 4th down. He's not going to slide there. And Daniels, a criticism of his has been he doesn't protect himself as much, so he's definitely not sliding on 4th down. That's not even going to be a consideration there. So great job by Daniels to make that happen and make that play work. Really, really just, again, strong stuff here. Those are, if they don't convert those plays, they probably don't win this game. And again, going over here, the amount of high degree of difficulty plays that they were converting on. So This is earlier in the game. It's a 14-point game that the Eagles are leading. 3rd down and 8 here, though. So, big play. You don't want just field goals in this game. You might need touchdowns. You have a receiver in a one-on-one matchup on the outside. That is where Daniels is going to look. This is Terry McLaurin on this play. Daniels is going to take the snap. McLaurin kind of fakes it though he's going over the middle and then goes more towards the sideline. You see that there's a window, and it's a little bit of a miscommunication. Not much, but Daniels is kind of throwing it by the book where you would want to throw it. McLaurin sold, again, it's hard, but he sold that fake a little bit more towards the middle, so it's just going to make for a slightly more difficult catch from McLaurin. However, that's exactly what he's able to do. Watch him adjust nicely, and he is able to make that play. Really good stuff there from Terry McLaurin, and good stuff from Daniels, too. He hit his spot. So, yeah, good stuff all around by those two. Also, this play, so I'm going to start it. You might be wondering, why am I showing you this first frame when the play has already started? Well, this is the first frame that the broadcast cut over to. They were late, and they were late because what happened was the Eagles had too many men on the field. Washington noticed this. They hurried up and snapped the ball. So, again, I'm not sure exactly who gets the credit for that, but you have to, usually the quarterbacks get the credit for that, right? Aaron Rodgers always got the credit for it when he did it. Granted, we kind of knew it was him that was doing it, but hey, I'll give Daniels the credit for it. Why not? You were able to get them with too many men on the field, and this actually does two things. Okay, for one thing, you're thinking, okay, cool, you get the penalty, the 5 yards, and you get a free play. But the other thing is, if they have too many men on the field, they certainly don't have the play call ready. They certainly aren't all in position. So when Daniels takes the snap, again, it's almost backyard football here a little bit, as he finally is able to hit an open receiver. It took a second just for him to realize who was open. This is Olamide Zaccheaus who is open on this play. It's just a blown coverage, which, again, the Eagles just weren't ready. Maybe could have called timeout. I get you don't want to burn those in the fourth quarter, but might have been the right time to do that. Instead, Zaccheaus makes the grab, and he's going to run the rest of the way, too. Breaks a couple tackles and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So that's just a fun play. Again, I don't know how much credit we give it. I don't know how repeatable that is, but it was a good play by Washington, so I'll give him some credit. Why not? Now, the only real negative I have is going to be this play, which is at the end of the half. So he threw 2 interceptions. One of them was late in the game, just kind of trying to make something happen on a 3rd down. I'm not going to crush him for that one. And then he had the great drive right after, which I just realized I didn't include a single play from in this video. But, it was a really good final drive. That was very good as well. This is the one negative. It was a negative. It was you have a receiver trying to get into a gap in coverage over the middle. Daniels is going to take the snap, and this play is going to, work. It's open. You have a player open. This is a throw you want to make. It's Luke McCaffrey who is open on this one, and there's no getting around it. Daniels just lets this throw get away from him a little bit, and it's, ends up being intercepted. Maybe there was a miscommunication there. I don't know. It's always possible, but nonetheless, ends up in the hands of the other team. Again, Washington as a whole turned the ball over way too much in this game. They had 5 total turnovers in this one. Only 2 of those were at the hands of Daniels. His teammates fumbled 3 different times, so that was part of it. But the fact they were able to overcome that was largely due to Daniels' big playmaking ability, and that's how Washington was able to get a win, and why they're currently at 10 wins and almost certainly going to make the postseason. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.